Good morning. So for today's video, we are gonna have a little vlog, and it's a day in my life as an engineer student. But to make it a little bit more meaningful and less nonsensical, we're gonna talk about a current version or like an updated version of Asa Rizal's Philippines a Century Hits. So as we go on with my day, let's talk about how we see the Philippines in a century. So as of now, I just woke up and time check it's 9 a.m. and I'm at my aunt's house in Steel Town, and like I now have to prepare for my 12 p.m. class, 12 p.m. calculus class, and yeah. Should we start right now? Like it's too early, but like just one quick question for you guys. After 100 years, do you think the Philippines would like prosper, or would it fall and plummet into failure as a country? So we'll talk about more of that later. So right now I'm walking from the house of my aunt to the bus stop where I will ride a shuttle bus in order for me to get to my door, and that is where I will prepare for my classes, because as we all know, here in Iligan there is this dilemma of like scarcity of water at sometimes, and yeah, that is why I am gonna prepare my dorm, because there is no water here in Steel Town. And excuse this accent that I'm using right now, because I'm actually practicing to speak in British, because I've been watching a lot of British shows lately and I've been so in love with their accent. Anyways, nonetheless, while walking, I wanted to talk about how we see the Philippines in a century. We'll use this areas coined by Francis J. Aguilar in 1967, which is the Pastelli. Pastelli is actually a mnemonics. Mnemonics? I really don't know. Which stands for political, economic, social-cultural, technological, environmental, legal, and industrial. So that's the Pastelli. Yeah, we'll see about that later. So now I was from my dormitory to prep it all up. I have all my outfit for this day, and then bag, which is a miracle because I rarely bring my bag. And yeah, well, for starters, let's start to like discuss what do we think will happen to the Philippines in a century. So first letter in the Pastelli is P, and it's about political. So various political analysts suggest that 100 years from now, the Philippines would be dominated by political dynasties. Statistics reveal that there aren't any laws really that defy the possibility of like having political dynasties in the countries, despite the fact that it is written in our constitution, no statute suggests otherwise. And they also added that the possibility of having a revised constitution is not zero, since there have already been claimers about our current constitution, which is the 1987 constitution, to be a little bit outdated for the time being. It's already in the 2020s, and our constitution is like 50, 40 years old. So like in 100 years, there should be a revision of the constitution of the country in order for the laws to keep up to date. So while waiting for our cut, dito ako i-cut doon. So while waiting for our cut teacher, tanong na to sa
Kaya na lang magpapagdaan.
ayun, dapat na siya. Sige, next letter, KE, economics. Sige, how do you see the country's economy in the next 100 years?
Oh, yun na na-option mo.
Kino?
Wala ka na.
Hindi, kimutaas sa kanya akong vlog.
Saan? I think transition na to from being a developing country to a developed one.
Slay. Sure.
Sure.
Pero,
Oh,
wala. Kung ano gusto kong gi-research, gusto kong gi-research nga, did you know that economists suggest nga
on 2010s, okay unta ang dagan sa Philippine economy. But then in the 2020s,
Igun lagi ni mo si...
especially, wala ko kay gibuhat, uy. Ikaw, nang ko'y research, adi nang ko'y source.
Sige, go.
Especially in the beginning of the Russo-Ukrainian War, mga good. This is gonna be siya kay defensive case yung presidente. Pero, hindi kaya pupunta yan. Muto, na may inflation karon. So, depende if dili daw ni makuanan sa government. Dili daw ma-aid bitaw. Dapat dili ban ang solution mo ni Sandro Marcos. Okay. Okay, judge. In the next 100 years. Pero if we were some government, maybe for the back. So that's it. Magulat meaning ng calculus and see you later. So yeah, after the tiring session of maths class for like 2 hours, we're waiting, but like I don't think we have a class in Rizal. So yeah, let's continue our vlog and our topic. I have again Richelin because we're going to guidance para magpa-schedule og counseling blah blah for our clearance. Anyways, so the next part of the Pastali is as the socio-cultural aspect. So, according to my research, there are already 32 Filipino languages that are endangered, meaning the speakers of that language are getting less and less and less many.
Yeah.
Less. It's getting less. And like, yeah, in about 100 years from now, if ever this language isn't gonna be revived, so these languages will be extinct, and all of which are in Negrito origin, from the Negros Island, of course. And that's one of the most alarming facts that we have to take into account right now, that Philippine culture could be dying due to innovation, modernization, and globalization. Right? Am I right or correct? So yeah. So you guys, what do you think will happen to the social-cultural scenario of the Philippines within 100 years? So I want you guys to like ponder it for a moment and put it in the comment section below. See you later. So right now, I'm having lunch with my friends here at Don's. We see friends. Ira, say hi. Ali, say hi. Isa Karing, say hi. Oray, say hi. Gab, say hi. So the next one that we're gonna talk about is about technological. So, guys, do you have any ideas? Wala, mag-ask lang ko randomly. Kuan, what do you think will happen to the technological aspect of the Philippines in the next 100 years?
Next 100 years?
Yeah.
Wala.
Virtual na tanan.
Ang may tabo sa Pilipinas, kay Malay.
Malate. Kay
Kay Borok man ang
kay corrupt si BBM.
ang government.
6 years naman. 6 years naman si BBM.
Di mo sure.
Gabi na
Baka
kasi.
maging 20.
Hala! No.
Paki-blur please. Cut the cameras.
So according to my research, the technological advancement of the Philippines in the next 100 years is... Sa to, nakalimot ko. Time. See you later lang. And yeah, after a long day of classes, a long day, I only even had one class for today. And I'm in my dorm. It's already 4 p.m. and like, I'm gonna prepare because I will be playing badminton later. And nonetheless, according to my research, the technological advancement in the Philippines in the next 100 years will be, this is according to dapdigital.com, it says that despite the fact that the Philippines is a third world country and still in the following years it will still only be in the third world country category, AIs will be prevalent, I guess. It's not the exact term that they use, but like AIs will be there as well as robots, and then there are more technological advancements that is more beyond our consumption as of the moment, because who would have known that cell phones would rise in the 2010s? Like, nobody in the 1990s would have ever thought, or some of them would have, but like not all of them could have imagined how would cell phones work. And for the technological aspect, it's like quite it's certain that there are advancements in the next 100 years, but like we still don't know for sure what these will be. So yeah, see you later, and I'll see you at the badminton court. Goodbye. First of all, excuse the exhaustion that you're seeing right now because I just finished my singles game and like I haven't rested quite well because I don't know, my vanity tells me that I look good sweaty, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm taking a video of myself sweaty as fuck. Anyways, let's continue to our pastelli. The next one is environmental. I think at one point straight because I'm losing my air right now, and yeah. For the environmental, in the next 100 years, you see that the world is experiencing climate change, and that this one, there have been various talks about some cities sinking due to the rising sea levels, and Philippines is no exception to this dilemma. There are a lot of coastal areas that are deemed to be gone in the next 100 years, according to expert geologists. And then, for the environmental, the Philippines is still one of the best source of like oxygen in the world, yielding with around 70% of the country is filled with forests and trees, and that. Yeah, that's it for the environmental, I guess. If the world fails to see climate change as a dilemma, then the whole world will suffer, as well as the Philippines. And with the forestry and all, the Philippines is honestly doing well in plantation and stuff. And that's it. Yeah, I just arrived from the badminton court and now I'm at my dorm. I'll be spending the night here because I have a class early tomorrow at 10. So anyways, continuing, the next part of the pastelli criteria is the legal. For the legal, the Philippines in the next 100 years is, according to experts, there are of course revisions of law, and also the legislative body of the country would of course be like revised for at least several times, maybe, because like the Philippines really need to catch up in basis of legal aspects, and I'm so tired. And yeah, in case of the Philippines for the next 100 years, there's not much that we still don't know how drastic the change will be, but there is changes for sure, and experts are still not certain of what these changes will be. Nonetheless, the legal and the political aspects are almost intertwined, so like maybe they're the same ideas, I guess. And yeah, that's it for now, and see you later. Bye.
And lastly, before the day ends, I would always take a shower, of course, because I don't know, I really wanted to like be cold before I go to bed, and then of course check my assignments and all, review some stuff. And this is also the last part of our discussion from the pastelli criteria, which is industry. So according to experts, the Philippine industry in the next 100 years will still boom. Like, Philippines will continue to be one of the largest producer of rice and corn, as well as banana from Southeast Asia. And yeah, before, like, if anything would go downhill, that would be like within the control of the government, as they say. And then yeah, I guess that's it for all the things that we have to consider in the next 100 years if we're going to assess the stature of the Philippines. And that would be it. And that was also the day of my life as a civil engineering student. And this is me, Jasper, bidding you all farewell. Good night.